This is News 3 Now at 10.
First tonight, we have breaking news to share with you. Madison's Violent Crime Unit is now investigating a shooting tonight on the east side. Right around 8:30, a man called police saying he was shot in the leg. It happened on the 100 block of Walbridge Avenue. His injuries are said to be non-life-threatening. If you have information, you are asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. Next tonight, after nearly 100 years in several different uses, a building currently used by the Rock County Sheriff's Office could soon be coming down.
Adam Duxter spoke to Sheriff Troy Knutson, who shows why they're calling for a change.
You know, you can see right there is the old building and all of this.
Today, Rock County Sheriff Troy Knutson is showing off not only the outside, but also the inside of the Pinehurst building on the Sheriff's Office campus, where he says nearly 100 years
Here you see how the walls are really starting to crumble a bit.
Are taking their toll.
We have done very well to last as long as we have in this facility that we have here, and I think it is definitely time to see it be replaced.
Originally built in 1929 as the Pinehurst Tuberculosis Sanatorium, the space is now home to portions of the jail as well as the administrative offices and Law Enforcement Services Bureau. And Sheriff Knutson will be the first to say
Some of those crumbling issues that I was sort of talking about,
it's showing its age in a bad way.
As I'm down in the basement area of this facility, the actual structure is starting to crumble, and that to me seems to be the biggest concern.
And Knutson says this portion of the building was never built with the intentions of being a sheriff's office, and because of that has posed some problems over the years they've had to deal with. Like just a few years back when a teenager jumped out the second story of an interrogation room, escaping temporarily. In 2020, the sheriff's office and the county paired with a consulting firm to see what their options were, settling on a $116 million tentative plan that would involve knocking down the Pinehurst building and replacing it. Knutson says just like the original building, that's a decision that will pay off over time.
This building's been in place for almost 100 years, and certainly it would have been expensive back when it was built. And yet, if you prorate how much it cost over that period of time, we've probably done pretty well.
For now, he says they'll continue to operate day-to-day inside Pinehurst, but hope changes.
A lot of times the water will work its way out here and
could be coming soon. In Janesville, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
The $116 million plan is still subject to change. Knutson says they're hopeful to have more plans in place and a possible approval within the end of the calendar year.
The head of the Wisconsin Capitol Police told state lawmakers to stay away from the Capitol building this weekend. In addition, Chief David Irwin suggested lawmakers should also remove any personal information from their social media accounts due to threats of unrest around the country this weekend. In addition to an increased Capitol police force, Governor Evers has also activated the National Guard to be on hand as a precaution. In a memo sent to lawmakers yesterday, Chief Irwin told the lawmakers that they were, quote, not aware of specific credible threats to legislators, but that there continues to be active social media commentary regarding the threat of ongoing arrest. Some businesses around Capitol Square are also taking extra precautions ahead of this weekend. The YWCA is just one of several that has boarded up its windows. Across the street, UW Credit Union has boarded up as well. We spoke with the CEO of YWCA. She said she is disheartened she has to do it, but said as the leader of the organization, she had to make the decision to protect and preserve what they stand for.
Federal law enforcement agencies say the cost of securing next week's inauguration in D.C. is now close to $35 million. Today on a conference call, the Justice Department reported the bulk of 98 criminal cases filed so far in connection to last week's Capitol assault are federal felony cases. D.C.'s acting U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin added that right now there's no evidence directly of teams of rioters that were looking to capture or kill during the assault, but the investigation is ongoing. A U.S. official has confirmed to CBS News that a new intelligence bulletin was issued warning that domestic extremists pose the biggest threat to Wednesday's inauguration. President Trump says he will be leaving Washington on Wednesday morning ahead of the ceremony.
Getting a look outside right now, live in downtown Madison, some On and off snowflakes tonight. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in the Weather Center. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, with that snow falling, it's not terribly heavy snow, but we've seen it off and on. This is the time lapse from the WIC Sky Cam showing a little bit of snow early this morning, then a brief little rain shower, and now you can see the snow coming back in this evening. Visibility is dropping a little bit, but it's not a really heavy snow. It's more persistent than anything else right now, but it'll become more intermittent in nature as it changes the snow showers overnight. A closer view across southern Wisconsin shows the most persistent area of snow from Jefferson County down into Rock and Greene counties, still getting into far southwestern Wisconsin a little more sporadically. Right now, visibility 2 miles in Madison, 1.25 miles in Juneau. Those are the lowest visibilities, and for the most part, that just means very light snow. Visibilities above that means almost no accumulation. High temperatures today, mid to upper 30s through southern Wisconsin. Madison topped out at 35, but right now we're at our low for the day, and that's 32. So temperatures not moved very much with the clouds and all the moisture and the snow and the little rain showers that even came through. Otherwise, look for the snow to taper to flurries by early tomorrow morning. We could see a couple of flurries or a little bit of drizzle during the day tomorrow with a high temperature of 35 about midday, but nearly steady temperatures through much of the day. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a little more seasonable weather as we head into the early part of next week.
The worldwide COVID-19 death toll has now surpassed 2 million. That is according to the ongoing count at Johns Hopkins University. Here in Wisconsin, there were more than 2,200 newly reported cases today. That is just under the current 7-day average. About 28,000 of those cases remain active. 33 new deaths were also confirmed today, as well as 119 new hospitalizations. Governor Evers is issuing a new public health order and extending Wisconsin's statewide mask mandate. During a press briefing this afternoon, the governor said the mandate will be extended for another 2 months.
Also today, the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, along with the Wisconsin National Guard, are preparing to launch a new mobile vaccination program in an effort to expedite the vaccination process throughout the state.
The teams will be staffed by the Wisconsin National Guard, as well as pharmacy and nursing students from the UW system. This program will start with 9 teams, and we are looking forward to expanding from there.
Governor Evers says the program will officially begin on Tuesday. Local and tribal health departments will be able to ask for help from these vaccine teams to fill gaps in access. And more than 213,000 doses have been administered so far. More than 373,000 have been shipped, while more than 600,000 have been allocated. In addition to testing, the Alliant Energy Center is now offering COVID-19 vaccinations to frontline healthcare workers. So far, they've given more than 3,200 doses there. Public Health says at one point they had more than 4,200 people in queue and are already getting ready for Tier 1B groups to be approved, which will include people like police and firefighters.
Nursing homes are nearly finished with their first dose, and now assisted living facilities in Wisconsin can start getting their vaccines. There are more than 350 nursing homes in this state, and the first round of doses is expected to be done by Monday. Governor Evers announced today that pharmacies with enough vaccine on hand can start that next phase in assisted living facilities immediately. Long-term care facility leaders in the state estimate that between 60 and 70% of nursing home staff have opted in to the first dose. That's in contrast to more than 90% of nursing home residents. The Fitchburg Family Pharmacy is one of the first community pharmacies in the state offering a drive-through vaccine service. They applied to help out through the Department of Health Services and Public Health Madison and Dane County. They got their first shipment of the vaccine on Monday and are currently only vaccinating Tier 1A frontline healthcare workers, but will slowly be adding some of the 1B category next week. Their plan moving forward is to vaccinate around 200 people per week.
The CDC says in total, more than 12 million doses of the vaccines have now been administered in the U.S. The number of recipients is lower since more than 1 million people have received both shots. 7 million of the doses are from Pfizer and BioNTech. The others are from Moderna. President-elect Joe Biden unveiled his plans to speed up the vaccination of Americans. The pandemic has killed nearly 400,000 people in the U.S., and now the CDC is warning that the new, more contagious variant could lead to a sharp increase in cases. Danya Backus reports.
President-elect Joe Biden laid out his plans Friday to vaccinate 100 million Americans in his first 100 days in office.
We will immediately work with states to open up vaccinations to more priority groups. The implementation has been too rigid and confusing.
The president-elect faces a number of challenges in ramping up vaccine supply and distribution. His plan includes working with FEMA, state and local governments to open at least 100 new vaccination locations and mobile vaccine centers.
There are tens of millions of doses of vaccine sitting unused in freezers around the country.
Across the country, there is frustration among those who are waiting.
People will die because of this failure.
Citing its own shortage, New York's Mount Sinai Hospital stopped taking new appointments from the public and canceled all schedule through Tuesday. The nation is struggling with a relentless surge in cases and the threat of a new, more contagious variant. In Los Angeles County, hospitals are struggling to treat every COVID-19 patient. With the virus surging, officials are hoping this site here at Dodger Stadium will be able to handle up to 12,000 people per day, but vaccine supply remains an issue.
But you have my word that we will manage the hell out of this operation.
President-elect Biden says he will invoke the Wartime Defense Production Act to boost production of vaccines, syringes, and protective equipment. And he's vowing to bring help to the hardest-hit areas, including African-American, Latino, and rural communities. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And still to come tonight, the National Rifle Association applies for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And with no sports to play right now, meet the local boy who used his time off to publish a book. Stay with us.
$6 million worth of top brand home furnishings must be sold at Ashley Home Store. All furniture is up to 50% off store-wide. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. And interest-free financing for up to 3 years. Stretch your stimulus check further at Ashley Home Store.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Get over $3,700 cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Complete your plumbing project with help from Menards. This 20,000 grain Water Boss water softener eliminates hard water, leaving you with softer skin and cleaner clothes. On sale for $379.99. Take advantage of your water softener with a new shower or bath. Max has more than 1,000 bathtubs, shower kits, and shower doors to add luxury to your life. Get this U-Tile Origin shower kit for just $2,098.96. Now during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The $6 million stimulus sell-off is now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge on top brand appliances, including top brand doorbusters like these. Plus special no-interest financing for 18 months and quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Saturday morning, one of Madison's beloved bakeries is celebrating International Hot and Spicy Day with some daring new treats.
Join us at 5 and 8 as we test them out and tell you how they're helping to make a difference, too.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
The federal trial for 6 men accused of plotting to kidnap the governor of Michigan is expected to begin in March. According to a judge's order today, the men face charges in an alleged plot to abduct Governor Gretchen Whitmer. 5 of them are from Michigan, the 6th from Delaware. All have pleaded not guilty. National Rifle Association announced that it intends to restructure as a nonprofit based in Texas and has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The group has been based in New York for more than 100 years. In a statement, the NRA said the move will enable long-term sustainable growth and ensure the NRA's continued success as the nation's leading advocate for constitutional freedom, free from the toxic political environment of New York, end quote.
New tonight, thousands of Amazon warehouse workers are voting on whether to unionize. It's happening at the e-commerce giant's warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama, which is just outside Birmingham. About 6,000 workers will be allowed to cast mail-in ballots starting February 8th. If they vote yes, the warehouse would become Amazon's first in the U.S. to have a unionized workforce. The effort comes as the retailer has come under fire by some workers for not employing enough safety protocols during the pandemic. The Madison Metropolitan School District announced this morning that they will not be participating in winter sports this season. Last week, the district announced its plan to continue a virtual learning model. When COVID-19 conditions improve, the district will implement plans for a thoughtful and safe return to athletics. Athletic programs will continue, though, to share training activities for student athletes like individual workout plans or schedule team workouts via Zoom. So with most team sports still on pause in our area, a 12-year-old here in Madison made use of his new spare time by publishing a book.
Margarita Vinogradov explains how his pandemic project became bigger than he ever imagined.
Like everyone, TK Taze is finding ways to stay busy during the pandemic.
I always wanted to have my book in the library.
Instead of reading other authors, the 12-year-old decided to become one, combining his passions of writing and soccer.
There are like football and basketball fiction books, but there really aren't that many soccer books at my level. And since I like to read so much, I was kind of disappointed that there weren't that many books for me to read. So I was kind of inspired to write a book of my own in that category.
The over 200-page novel Hat Trick is a fictional story about a boy who moves to a new place and proves himself as a soccer teammate. Actually getting the book into the public's hands ended up being a family affair. While his brother helped TK edit, his mom Yvonne researched the entire publishing process.
That you'll never forget this personal touch of all the Google searches, the YouTube, all these processes that we went through to teach ourselves how to do this.
Yvonne also served as TK's PR person, reaching out to local libraries to get the word out about his work. Eventually, the Madison Public Library put 5 copies on their shelves.
We don't just want the library to feel like it's books from really well-renowned authors, right? Like, this is a local community space, and it should have the voices of our community in it.
With the Taze family already overjoyed,
I mean, they've celebrated him in emails. Like, I'm reading emails and I'm dancing.
Miller John took it to the next level with one more surprise. During a virtual Wisconsin Book Festival event,
drum roll, please.
The Forward Madison Soccer Club and its fan base, The Flock, popped out to congratulate TK.
Oh, wow.
Forward Madison head coach Carl Craig says he felt grateful to be a part of this special moment.
TK is there as inspiration for every young sports person to just show you, hey, I can be fully engaged in sports, but there are other things as well.
After all his hard work, TK says the main message he hopes to give kids like him is,
being a good teammate isn't just about scoring goals in the field. It's also about your character and what you're doing after it.
A sentiment he seems to live by himself, publishing a book about what he loves from the comfort of his own home, all in the middle of a pandemic. In Madison, Margarita Vinogradov, News 3 Now.
An impressive kid. 5 copies of Hat Trick are now available through the Madison Public Library. Anyone interested can reserve one on its website.
And here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with a look at our first warn forecast. Gary.
Well, still have some snow across southern Wisconsin. For the most part, it's pretty light. Visibility 2 miles in Madison and Juneau, also in Monroe. Elsewhere, those visibilities generally between about 5 and 10 miles, indicating the snow's not coming down very hard, but it is a little persistent. The first band kind of shifting to the south. Some more intermittent type snow showers coming in from the north and northeast that'll drift over southern Wisconsin. Even a little bit of rain mixed in at times because temperatures have been in the middle 30s in some spots. Other areas seeing temperatures right around the freezing mark. But you can see all this precipitation kind of drifting through around an area of low pressure farther to the south. Now, it's actually having the clouds and the precipitation around here has kept our temperatures mild. In fact, the first 15 days of this month, we've had temperatures above normal every single day. And we just got some information from the Climate Central folks who do the research on climate change, and they're showing that the last year, 2020, we had a story earlier that was one of the top 5 years years as far as warmest. Now some reanalysis shows that it may be about the warmest compared to 2016. And in fact, if you look at the top 10 warmest years globally, there's 2016, there's 2020. That's averaging about 1.2 degrees above the average, which is almost 2 degrees above normal Fahrenheit. But you can see, if you look at those top 10 years, every year since 2013 is on that list. So as we continue to see climate change, we end up seeing warmer temperatures, especially in the winter, which results from overnight low temperatures being up because of cloud cover and precipitation. But there's a change in the overall weather pattern. This 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calling for below normal temperatures to return to much of the northern part of the United States with above normal temperatures to our south. And usually that sets up an active storm track in between. We start to see a bigger temperature contrast. And if you look at the precipitation, highest probabilities of above normal precipitation right along the west coast and also into the Midwest, as a series of storm systems are expected to start affecting us toward the end of next weekend. And some of those could be pretty potent. We'll have to keep an eye out for them for potential winter storms in the Midwest. You can see these very powerful storm systems just lined up across the Pacific Ocean, while the southern part of the Pacific Ocean is almost completely cloud-free. So that indicates a pretty big temperature contrast. But within about a week, these storms will start impacting the west coast. And eventually, as that jet stream buckles and allows more cold air to come in from Canada, we'll have to watch out for the potential for a winter storm toward the end of next weekend. But no winter weather advisories in effect. Those have all been canceled. Otherwise, look for some snow showers and flurries overnight. Temperatures holding nearly steady, and by morning we'll just see some flurries, maybe a little bit of drizzle. Look for high temperatures around 30 for Sunday with some flurries. And then as we head into next week, quiet weather with seasonably cold temperatures, but above normal temperatures at night. And then here's that storm I'm talking about toward the end of next weekend and the beginning of the following week. Could be followed by a blast of cold air after that.
All right, Gary, thank you. Just ahead in sports, Dimitri Trice, he was at it again. His second half scoring spurt that put the Badgers back in the win column. Zach's in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
How we doing?
Fabulous.
I wonder how the firm's doing without its fearless leader. You sure you want to leave that all behind?
Yeah. Stay restless with the icon that does the same. The RX, crafted by Lexus.
Lease the 2021 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $429 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Extended through January 15th. Join Planet Fitness for no enrollment. $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Start 2021 with tons of ways to get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential, so kick things off with the year's best deal. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Deal ends January 15th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Hurry to Lisa Built Ford Tough F-150 STX for just $299 a month, only at your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Since Rutgers joined the Big Ten, trips to New Jersey haven't been great for Wisconsin. Their last 3 meetings at the RAC, all losses. But this one's a little different. They're normally not in the Garden State 2 days before tip-off. And whatever they did in the hotel, well, it worked. First half, Scotty up 3 and on the run, Aleem Ford splits the D and then takes it to the cup for 2+1. He and Brad Davison both scored 14. The Badgers led by a 1 at the break. Now, it was still close in the second half until Dimitri Trice put the team on his back. With 7 minutes to go, he scored 8 straight for Wisconsin, including a little hesitation finger roll. 13 for the closer as the Badgers get back on the winning track with a 60-54 win. Bucks trying to win their 4th straight game, taking on the Mavs, and Drew Holiday was doing Drew Holiday things. The step back beats the buzzer in the first. He scored 16. Milwaukee led by 8 at the break. This was a 1-point game with 2 minutes to go, but Chris Middleton, well, like Dimitri Trice, he became the closer. He hit back-to-back trays to put the Deer up for good. A 25-point, 8 rebounds, 6 assists kind of night for Middleton. Bucks take it 112-109. In the playoffs last year, Aaron Jones rushed for 118 yards on 33 carries. This time around, he's hoping for bigger things, but not because he's selfish. You see, Jones is running for a cause. The Packers running back is teaming up with Cousins Subs to raise money for his A&A All the Way Foundation. For every rushing yard he gains in the postseason, a pair of Adidas shoes will be donated to a middle school or elementary school kid in the Green Bay area.
Some kids have been wearing the same shoes for 2 years. Some people may not even have shoes. So just giving them a proper wear where they can go outside, they can feel good about themselves, and they can enjoy something and put a smile on their face. And so I'm not only playing for me, but I'm playing for everybody. So I think that's something that's special, and I'm going to try to go out there and get as many kids' shoes as I can.
The Wisconsin women's hockey team used a 2-goal first period to skate past #1 ranked Minnesota this afternoon and take game 1 of their border battle series with a statement win. 5 different Badgers scored while Kennedy Blair saved 30 shots. And if you're wondering how the Badger men's hockey team did, well, they didn't. Tonight's game against Arizona State was postponed due to health and safety concerns within the Sun Devils program. As of now, Saturday's game is on as scheduled, and the two will play game 2 of their series on Sunday. We're back after this.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
How did you know? Hey, Megan!
Hey, you're that guy.
The My Pillow guy. That's right, and I'm here to help you get the best sleep of your lives. Oh, you have a down pillow. Here's the problem with down pillows. You lay there, you feel comfortable, and guess what? It goes down, and you got one bent neck. So this pillow's no good, and I see you're sleeping on memory foam.
Right.
I'll show you what's wrong with that idea. Okay. Sleep's all about too high or too low, and I'm going to show you where your comfort level would be.
You know, that feels better.
Right, that's better, but I'm not going to sit and hold this all night. So every morning you're getting up like, you know, it's not good. Just like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. I had tried every pillow out there and none of them worked. That's why I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck aligned. Call or go online to take advantage of my best offer ever. For a limited time, when you use your promo code, you can get premium My Pillows, regularly $69.98, now only $29.98. That's right, only $29.98. That's the lowest price ever.
It feels great to wake up in the morning and feel well rested. It's shocking to me that a pillow could make this big of a difference in my life.
Sleep is one of the most important things to your health, and My Pillow is one of the most important things brings to your sleep. Call or go online now to take advantage of my best offer ever. Use the promo code to get queen size premium My Pillows regularly $69.98 for only $29.98. Get king size My Pillows for just $5 more. It's the lowest price ever. You're sleeping better.
Much better.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 15 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game, so you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, get $1,500 customer cash on a new 2021 Highlander Hybrid. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Traffic delays? Be the first to know with News 3 Now Firstborn Traffic. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, how much would you pay for one of the most rare comic books ever? Well, just yesterday, Batman #1 sold for $2.22 million. This was at the Heritage auction in Dallas, far and away the highest price ever paid for a comic book. Until yesterday, the highest price Heritage had ever realized for a Batman #1 was back in 2013 when a copy sold for $567,000. Unbelievable.
Inflation, I suppose.
Yeah, that's rapid.
Here's Gary with a final check.
I don't know who would pay that for a comic book, but that's another story.
No.
Some snow showers continue to drift south of Madison right now. Another little batch up in central Wisconsin has some rain mixed in with it, but that'll be moving through. Visibility is right now between 2 and 5 miles, indicating the snow is not coming down very hard. Temperatures right now right around freezing, give or take a couple of degrees. That'll be the case into tomorrow. We'll see some flurries or some drizzle during the day.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be safe, and we'll see you on Monday.